Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Tales of the Abyss. In the last episode, we had lowered the Macedonian continent safely into the cliff off, so we ended up doing a bunch of side quests around that, most notably the side quest beginning a love affair between Aslan Frings and Josette Cecile, rival generals. In this episode, we're back on story path, so we get to go over to Daath and see if we can figure out what the heck is going on around here. Now, there are a couple of things that we should do before we actually go through. One of them is stay at the end again because we have another scene in the Hyper-Resonance side quest. So let's go ahead and do that.
What do you want to do about your training? It looks like you've learned basic control of Hyper-Resonance, but...
But only basic control. I'll keep working on it.
All right, let's go.
I did it!
Watch out!
Watch out!
Major.
Don't show any weakness. Weakness does nothing but lure in the enemy.
Major, you're injured.
It's nothing. Are you hurt?
No, but why would an Oracle Knight try to...
He's probably from the Reformist faction opposing Van. Fool. He couldn't have changed a thing.
Major, but you didn't have to kill him.
You're too soft, Tyr. Once you become a proper member of the Oracle Knights, you may be sent to the battlefield. If you let an enemy survive, you'll pay the price with your own life.
I guess that's the job of a soldier.
Just as Van cautioned, if you can't accept that, then you shouldn't think of becoming a soldier. You can help him in other ways than fighting.
Yes, Major.
Perhaps it would be better to give the Reformists a puppet figurehead.
Major, did you say something?
No, don't worry about it.
Tyr, look at this!
So they were nesting here.
She's still alive, isn't she?
Yes, just unconscious.
Then can you heal her? We'll get out of their way after that.
Luke. Yes, let's do that.
So a few nuggets for thought there. Obviously between Tyr and Luke, but also Legretta's statement about a puppet figurehead of the Reformist faction. I wonder, how could that be the case? Or who could that be, perhaps? Okay, what you also want to do while you're here is go ahead and pick up on everything you can in regards to your apple gels and lemon gels and such. Especially now that we have money, don't worry too much about the expense of it. It will be worth it in the long run and in the, well, not so long run as it turns out. So go ahead and do that because there's not going to be a whole lot of opportunities to stock up for the near future, and you want to have everything you can while you are there. One other thing I will also mention is go ahead and buy some holy bottles if you don't have any already. I have 5, so I think I'm fine with that. But have some in your inventory before you leave Daath. You'll likely need them in the near future. Alright, let's see. Wow, holy crap, hang on. I forgot that treasure chest was there, and it is actually a capacity core, so I'm glad I saw it. The capacity core was Esprit Forte, this one right here. +2 to enhancement and agility. That is good if you have a slower character, say Annis for example, that needs more agility. Not a particularly good capacity core though, so I generally don't use it, but it's certainly worth looking into if you have the opportunity. Alright, now, what are we supposed to do here? Well, we're supposed to go to Daath. I'm looking for one more vendor. I need to buy some other stuff. Here we go. Hi, there you are. I don't particularly see myself buying much of this. Let's see. We've got, alright, weapons and armor and such like that. Let's see. Well, Guy could use the Killer Sword. Then let's see. Tyr and Annis could use the Mystic Rod. Then Jade actually, wow, the Crescent is a better weapon. Okay, never mind. I guess I am going to be doing some shopping. Now, it is worth noting also, while I am doing this shopping, you note the prices are back to normal. And this happens after you go through the Zal Ruins. I think it's, no, it's after you do some of the side quest stuff, after you go up to Daath. the prices do reset. So just bear that in mind if you're shopping for stuff. Okay, let's see. You get that. Then Jade, you get this. Okay, and yeah, let's go ahead and get everything on here. Whoops. And then see about equipping it all here. Oh god, that killer sword. That's right, it's for Guy. Never mind. Sitting here going, wait a minute, what am I thinking? Oh, I didn't realize those would be a phonic down. Oh well, not too big a deal though. It shouldn't really hurt us too much. Let's see. That is definitely... I'm okay with that. Especially since the phonic attack is so high, I'm okay with the trade-off there. Definitely okay with that. Let's see. Yes, definitely good. Best we've gotten for Jade in a while, actually, since we were in the desert area the first time. And pretty much same thing for her, too. So yeah, it's expensive, but it's definitely worth it, I think. Ooh, definitely. Wow, much, much better. Okay, good. I think Annis really needed that. Alright, we should be good to go. Now, we are supposed to head to the cathedral so that we can see Ion. So, well, that's where pretty much we're headed next. I don't think there are any scenes in this area. There's certainly nothing side questy you need to do, but you notice we got a little bit of a crowd.
How long are we gonna have to wait for a ship?
When we went to the port, they chased us off and told us to come ask here.
80% of the Rugnican continent is gone. It's too dangerous. We can't allow the ships to sail.
Stop lying! Who'd believe a story like that?
It's not a lie. The destruction of Rugnica has even put a halt to the war between Malkuth and Kimluska. We can't send out any ships until we know more.
Rugnica's the largest continent in the world. How can it possibly be gone? I can't believe it.
What's happening to the world?
Sounds like even King Ingobert wasn't foolish enough to keep fighting.
Yes. Thank goodness for that, at least.
There'll be a huge panic when more people find out, though.
We might avoid that if we can clearly convey to them how we will deal with the situation.
Yes. Let's meet with Ion about that.
Sounds good. Now, we haven't been to Ion's office before, so it's worth mentioning. It's not all that hard to get to, fortunately, thank goodness.
Where's Ion?
Perhaps in his own room.
But only executives of the Order can enter the Phone Master's room. In place of a lock, there's a phonic glyph that blocks intruders.
Sounds like a job for Phone Master Guardian Annis Tatlin.
You mean former Phone Master Guardian?
Boo! Fine. Former. But I still know the incantation to activate the phonic glyph.
The phonic glyph's that thing in the next room, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I was going to tell you anyway, but that'll work too. Okay, let's go ahead and head in here because there's nothing else we need to do in Daath at the moment. And the glyph in question is the one right in the middle here.
Here it is. Let's see. The spirit of Yulia is with the Phone Master.
Whoa, she disappeared.
It's the same principle as the Yulia Road. There's no need to worry.
Okay, let's go.
Okie doke, well, simple enough. Ion's room, as it turns out, is over here to the right. Probably not a good idea to take the other paths unless you really need to go somewhere else because, like I mentioned before, this place can get you lost very easily, so be careful with that.
Where did Ion go?
Quiet, someone's coming.
This is bad. Only authorized personnel are allowed here.
We better hide.
I thought I heard someone. Perhaps it was just my mind playing tricks on me.
Grand Maestro Mose, allow me to confirm your promise. If I help you restart the war, you'll give me Professor Nebulim's replica data.
Leave it to me. I'll take it from Van.
Then allow Dist the Rose to offer you a plan for resuming the war. First, I believe we should have Phone Master Ion issue an official proclamation ending the truce.
I'll make the arrangements as soon as the phone master returns from the library.
It sounds like Mose and Van have different objectives.
Yeah, it feels like Dist is playing them both for his own ends.
Mose just wants to cause the war, as written in the score. What's Van's objective?
He's trying to drop the Outer Lands and exterminate humanity.
He doesn't strike me as someone interested in pointless slaughter. Mose feels like less of a threat, since his objective is at least clear.
Then let's take care of the enemy we know first. Let's talk to King Ingobert and get him to stop listening to Mose.
But I wonder if Father will believe me.
Natalia, of course he will.
I may not be his real daughter. Oh, we'll deal with that when we find out. Right now, let's go to the library. Oh, what are you all doing here?
Ion, the Outer Lands are in danger. Please tell us whether the Sephiroth going out of control is written in the score.
That's the first I've heard of it. I had never actually confirmed the existence of the closed score myself. What? Really? If I'd known the closed score, I believe I would have recognized who Luke was the first time we met. I might even have been able to prevent what happened to Exariuth. I returned to Daath to come to a full understanding of the closed score. But does the closed score mention the Sephiroth going out of control? Not that I'm aware of. Let's go to the back of the chapel and make sure.
The back of the chapel? Why?
There's a phone stone enshrined there. We can check the score. Ion, you know that's not good for your health. Please don't stop me, Annis. It must be done. This phone stone was formed by combining the 1st through 6th phone stones. Phone masters can then read the entire score from the phone stone fragments. But the volume is immense. I'll just go over the score regarding the collapses these past few years. ND 2000. In Kimlaska shall be born the scion of Lorelei's power. He will be of royal blood, with hair of red. He shall be called the Light of the Sacred Flame, and he will lead Kimlaska Landvaldir to new prosperity. ND 2002. The one who would seize glory shall destroy the island of his birth, a land named Hod. War shall persist between Kimlaska and Malkuth for a full cycle of the seasons. ND 2018. The young scion of Lorelei's power shall bring his people to the Miners' City. There, the youth will turn power to calamity and be as a weapon of Kimlaska, destroying himself and the city. Thereafter, the land of Rugnica will be enveloped in war, and Malkuth shall lose territory. Kimlaska Landvaldir shall thrive, and this shall lead to unprecedented prosperity. Ion! That's all the 6th phone stone says about the collapse.
So, all it talks about is Exariuth and the war.
The Sephiroth going out of control might be written on the 7th phone stone.
Who's this scion of Lorelei's power?
Luke, of course. Who else?
But Luke was only born 7 years ago.
This is ND 2018. It said 2000, so that has to be Ash.
Ash was supposed to perish along with Exariuth, but he's still alive.
But Luke went to Exariuth before that could happen. This score is messed up.
Ash did show up later, but he was no longer called Luke, the Light of the Sacred Flame.
Luke's existence, the existence of a replica, is missing from Yulia's score.
Are you saying that me being born threw the score off track?
Luke?
Found you!
This is bad! Everyone, please run! You too, Annis!
Let's get back to the Albior.
Well, crap, that's no good. Now, I find it interesting, this conversation about replicas throwing the score off. That is going to be a pretty major point as we go through the game. It's only stressed really here and there, but it is always vital to understanding exactly what is going on and exactly what some of the main characters of the game are kind of getting at.
Grand Maestro Mose, Aldrin has already gone down a different path from Yulia's score.
Silence! You've forgotten your mission for the 7th phone stone and thrown yourself in with this rabble. As long as Luke dies and war begins, as written in the score, prosperity will follow.
Don't resist, Jade, or this woman dies. You look great like that, Jade.
I'm honored by your compliment.
No one's complimenting you.
What are you going to do with us?
We're taking you to Baticul. There we're going to have you help us restart the war.
Take them away.
I hope Noelle is safe. Daath is an autonomous theocracy. I don't think they'll just kill her.
What's going to happen to us?
Luke will likely be executed in order to follow the score.
That might be just as well.
Luke, what are you saying?
Well, you know, my birth took the world off track from the score of prosperity. Maybe that's why the Sephiroth are going out of control.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's gotta be it. And besides, you said it yourself, Tyr. I don't exist in Yulia's score.
You're an idiot.
What? Hey!
All I meant was that you aren't bound by Yulia's score. You have the potential to create a new future different from the score.
Tyr.
You said you would change, but here you are pouting again. Fine. Do whatever you want.
Tyr. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Alright, now we are, well, yeah, not exactly in the best of circumstances here. We are actually captured in Baticul, and there's not really much to do but talk to Natalia.
They separated us from the rest.
I wonder what's going to happen to us now.
Meryl, imposter of the Princess of Kimlaska. Luke, imposter of the son of Duke Fabra.
Meryl? What are you saying?
The kingdom strips you both of your rights of succession. You also bear responsibility for the slaughter at Exariuth.
What are you talking about? I've done nothing of the sort.
You were raised a noble. Now have the grace to die by your own hand. His Majesty provided this so that you would not suffer.
Poison?
What's that?
We made it.
Tyr, everybody, how did you get here?
They put us in a cell, but we got some unexpected help.
We'll explain later. Let's go. Wait! Let me see Father. Let me see His Majesty. I want to hear what he really thinks.
I agree. Please, I need to see my uncle in order to stop this war.
You understand the danger.
Thank you.
Tyr, I thought you'd given up on me. Thanks for coming.
You really are an idiot.
Well, we get liberated. That's nice. And we got everybody back together, of course, as well. But things aren't going so hot on the, well, every other front. We, of course, got kidnapped or captured, and the king has obviously taken away both Luke and Natalia's rights to, well, be part of the throne. Heh. And the guards who are guarding the doors apparently have taken over, well, somebody's taken them over anyway. So can we go back and hopefully convince the king, maybe that he is being foolish in this? Let's find out.
Natalia.
Father!
Traitor! You still live?
Father, am I really not your daughter?
I don't want to believe it, but
The wet nurse has testified. Meryl, daughter of Sylvia, attendant of the late Queen. That is who she is, correct?
Yes, the real Natalia was stillborn, but the Queen fell into despair. So I took my daughter's child, who was born a few days earlier, to her.
Is that really true, Nanny?
How disgraceful, Meryl. You learned that you were not the true princess. You aided the destruction of Axariuth out of hatred for being ripped from your real parents.
No! I did nothing of the sort!
Uncle, would you really believe such a story?
I don't want to, but we found an infant's remains buried where she said.
Even if that's true, you raised Natalia as your own daughter. It makes no sense to condemn her for a crime she didn't commit.
This isn't only about her. You too will die here. The mastermind of the destruction of Axariuth.
With your deaths, we will again declare war on Malkuth.
Kill them!
What are you doing, Largo? Do you not care if strangers do the job for you?
So this is what you dragged me here to do.
Ash, perfect timing. Capture them.
Ash!
I just freed you. What the hell are you doing here? Go, now! You rescued us? Then come with us. Shut up. Someone has to hold them off. Now go!
Be safe.
You traitor!
Shut up, freak. You betrayed Van and leaked information to Mose.
You? A god general betraying the Commandant?
All I care about is achieving my goal. That takes priority over my loyalty to Van.
Father.
Ash gave us a chance to escape. We can't waste it.
I know.
Come on, let's get out of Baticul. All Ash did will be for nothing if we stay.
And that is our task. We gotta get the heck out of here. Now, as I mentioned, there are a couple of things that we want to do in Baticul, but we can't really do them right now because we are not permitted to story-wise. If you try, they will kick your butt back out. I do believe. Let's make sure. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they won't let you go into the Duke's house. The main thing here is to get the money for part 2 of Luke's technique. We can't do that yet, so we're going to have to wait on that one. However, it's not going to be all that long, really, before we can go back and go to Baticul to do that.
Master Luke, the White Knights have opened the path ahead just as you ordered.
Ordered?
Your hair. Were you wearing a wig earlier?
So Ash set this up. Thanks, Pear. Now you need to go.
No, I will remain here and do what I can to shield you.
It's too dangerous. You must run.
Don't worry. Old Pear was my sword instructor. We're counting on you, Pear.
Master Gylardia, I pray for your safety.
Master Luke, Her Highness is our kingdom's beacon of hope. Please keep her safe.
I will.
Stop, traitors! What are you doing?
Your Highness, please run!
How did you know it was me?
The circus people said you were to be executed for crimes you didn't commit.
We didn't know what you looked like, but you were fleeing the upper level. You must be the princess.
Now please, run!
Natalia, let's go.
Right.
Stop! That heinous criminal usurped the princess's name! Hand her over at once!
It's true! I am not of royal blood. I am an imposter. Do not endanger yourselves for me. Please, run!
We don't give a damn whether you're of royal blood or not.
You're the one who opened the hospital for us.
You're the one who hired us to work on the port after we lost our jobs.
Ah! Enough! Out of the way!
Stop!
I've had enough of this!
Ash? You wretch! Protecting the people of Kimlaska is your job as a soldier. Leave this to us. Now go, Natalia!
Ash!
I see you kept your promise.
Ash! Luke, you remember!
Go! We can't change this country together if you're always moping around.
Okay.
Luke, one mistake and I will kill you.
You take care of yourself, too.
Part of the Zhao Desert is destroyed. Head for Anista Marsh.
Got it. Thanks.
I decided it would be best to stay quiet during all of that because I wanted you guys to hear it. I wanted you guys to see the atmosphere around it. Really, to me, it's one of the more notable points in this, what is really the middle of the game. Because as you noticed, we have a Major League identity crisis here. Who is Natalia? Who is Luke? And, I mean, are they truly who they aspire to be? And if not, how then are they supposed to establish themselves? Who are they? What is their identity? Now, how, you might be asking, do we get to Anista Marsh? And you've got to go around this way, I believe. It's kind of hard to locate. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, there it is. I will also mention before we close out, not you, big guy, you can mine that search point over there if you want to. I'm not really going to right now, but if you're looking for more den stuff, that is a really good place to go. Now, this is... oh, if my camera will swing back around to it. Okay, this is the area of Anista Marsh, which is where they wanted us to go. And this is actually where I am going to go ahead and leave things. Next time on Tales of the Abyss, we will go through the Anista Marsh, and you will want those holy bottles, and you will want those healing items for a very good reason. And we will meet that very good reason when we go in there. So thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.